Hello. One of my favorite things is when subscribers write in with questions, and someone wrote in with the question, but Lisa, how do I factor a quadratic expression that has two variables? Well, let's take a look. So the expression in question was 2x squared minus 11xy plus 5y squared. Okay, well, let's see how this holds up if we put it in some of our favorite quadratic factoring methods. So I'm going to start with the x method. So my x method says what goes up top is AC. Well, let's start by making a list of what is A, what is B, and what is C in this scenario. So our parent form says that our A is the coefficient of our x term. Okay, so we have 2x squared. That means A equals 2. And our parent form says that B is the coefficient of our x. So here's our x right now. Coefficient, that means multiplied to it. Well, isn't what's multiplied to the x a negative 11 and a y? So in this scenario, our B is negative 11y, right? Negative 11y times x is our negative 11xy, because multiplication is commutative. You can switch around the order and it all stays the same. Okay, and then finally, C is the numerical term with no x, or technically with an x to the 0. So that means our C is this whole thing, 5y squared. All right, so we can still operate like that. What goes up top is A times C. So wouldn't that be 10y squared? And what goes below is our B, and so wouldn't that be negative 11y? And so once again, we're asking the question, what adds to negative 11y but multiplies to 10y squared? Okay, well, if it multiplies to y squared, we know there's a y in each of it. And if it multiplies to 10, that's either 2y and 5y or 1y and 10y. Well, if it's adding to an 11, that would be 1y and 10y. And if it's adding to something negative but multiplying to something positive, they both have to be negatives. All right, now, am I done? Are those the two things that go in parentheses? No, I'm not, because my x squared came with a coefficient. That means that to finish this up, I'm going to work by grouping. So what I've created right here are the outsides, insides of my first outsides, insides, lasts of my FOIL, right? And my negative 1y and my negative 10y add together to make my negative 11y that gets multiplied to the x. So I'm going to write out my four terms. 2x squared, my first term. My second term, now don't forget, this is the coefficient of x. So that's minus y times x. And then I do it again. Minus 10y times x. And then my lasts is plus 5y squared. First, outsides, insides, lasts. Okay, now I'm going to factor by grouping. So these first two terms plus these last two terms. The greatest common factor of my first two terms is an x. So I pull an x out, leaving me with 2x from my first term and minus y from my second term. Plus, now the greatest common factor, because this leads with a negative, I want to pull a negative out of both terms. So I can see there's a 5 common to both and a y common to both, and I'm going to choose to pull out negative 5y. So negative 10yx divided by negative 5y leaves me with positive 2x, and 5y squared divided by negative 5y leaves me with negative y. Now, again, here's our check. If the things inside the parentheses here are not the same, you haven't done this right, but we have. So now we're going to pull this out of each of our terms, leaving us with our factorization of 2x minus y times x minus 5y. Okay, let's do a quick FOIL to check it out. 2x times x, there's our 2x squared. 2x times minus 5y, that is our minus 10yx. Minus y times x, that is our minus yx, minus yx, minus another 10yx, there's our minus 11xy, xy, yx, same thing. And finally, minus y times minus 5y is our positive y squared. So we used the x method to factor this quadratic expression with two variables in it. Now, can we solve it? No, we can't solve it. First of all, this was an expression, not an equation. But even if it said equals 0, we have two variables. You need two equations to solve for two variables. So we wouldn't be able to solve it, but we can in fact factor it. Now let's take a look at factoring this same equation, but using a different method. Let's take a look at the box method in this case. We know our first term is a 2x squared. We know our last term is a 5y squared. And now we can play around a little bit to see how we could come up with our two middle terms that would add up to our negative 11xy. So the first thing I'll do is I'll say, okay, x squared, that means each of those terms is going to have an x. To come up with 2x squared, one of them is going to have a 2. 2x times x gets me my 2x squared. Okay, same logic with the 5y squared. They are both going to contain a y. One of them is going to contain a 5. Let's check out. If I put my 5 here, well, 5y times y gets me my 5y squared, but when I fill in the rest, 5y times x gets me 5xy, 2x times y, and I know that because they multiply to a positive number but add to a negative, they both have to be negative, which means this comes together to be negative 7xy. That's not right, so let me reverse where I put that 5. Negative y times x, 2x times negative 5y, and now when I add them together, negative xy minus another 10xy gets me my negative 11xy. And so my two factors are 2x minus y and x minus 5y. So that's another way to do this. Let's take a look at yet another version. The parentheses method is always an option. This is going to look a lot like the box. So I'd start by going, there's an x in both those terms and one of them has a 2. Okay. Both of these are minuses because I multiply to a positive, but I add to a negative. Now I know this guy is going to split up into a minus 5y and a minus y, and then I just play around. Now we've done this a couple times, so we know the y goes here and the 5y goes there because those are going to multiply together to get you that negative 10. These are going to multiply together to get you that negative 1, which will come together to be the negative 11. You could always put this into the quadratic equation. You'd start again with your list of a is 2, b is negative 11, y and c is 5y squared. Then you would say negative b, so negative 11 plus or minus the square root of b squared, so that's 121y squared, minus 4 times a times c, all of that over 2a or 4. Okay. 8 times 5 is 40. 121y squared minus 40y squared is plus or minus 81y squared. Well, the square root of 81 is 9, and the square root of y squared is y. So 11y plus or minus 9y over 4. Well, 11 plus 9, that's 20y over 4, or 5y. And 11y minus 9y, that's 2y over 4, or 1/2 y. So those would be your two solutions. To go from solutions to factors, I would say the following. If one of my solutions is 5y, then if I subtract 5y from both sides, X minus 5y is one of my factors. X equals 1/2 y is one of my solutions. I would multiply both sides by 2 and then subtract y from both sides. And that's my second factor. And again, if I FOIL these out, I get back to my original equation. So that's how to solve this using the quadratic equation. Okay, leave any questions you have in the comments. Consider subscribing to my channel so you know when I put out a new video. And as always, keep on mathing.